dried red bell peppers, dried chili peppers, sea salt, onions, habanero pepper, white beans. You can also use brown beans if you like. Seasoning and half onion for frying and palm oil. These are the results of the soaked peppers. Now, for the frying, you ensure that the oil is fried for about 10 minutes. And when it's a bit dark, you add the onions, finely diced. Stir and stir. Don't let the onions burn. Let it fry for about 5 to 7 minutes. I repeat, do not let your onions burn. So after about 7 minutes, you stir and stir. So prior to me frying the oil, I already parboiled the pepper. This is in order to reduce the frying time for the pepper sauce. So I parboiled it for about 20 minutes just to ensure that the water has dried up. So after parboiling the pepper, I add in the pepper sauce to the oil. So guys, this is where the stirring continues. You have to ensure that you stir continuously so that it doesn't burn. You can leave it for about a minute or two, but don't let it sit for too long without you stirring, because if you do not stir continuously, it will get burnt and you don't want your pepper sauce to be burnt. Trust me, I made that mistake when I first started, and it's not going to happen again, obviously. So I'll continue to stir and stir. I know this, some people might think this palm oil is not enough for this sauce because this sauce requires a whole lot of palm oil. But you know, the economic era we are in now, we have to minimize our ingredients. And again, I don't take too much of palm oil anyway, and the stew still came out nice. So if you prefer, you can add extra oil according to your preference. So just let it sit for like a minute, and then after a minute, you stir and stir, just to give yourself a break. But ensure that you don't leave it without stirring for too long. This sauce requires you to continue to stir and stir and stir. That is why at the end of the frying, you really enjoy the sauce because a whole lot of work goes into it. So you stir, stir, stir. And at this point, the stew is shrinking in size. So continue to stir. And for my sauce, I do not add a whole lot of salt because I don't take too much salt. So if you prefer, you can add salt. I only added about a teaspoon of salt to mine. And then now I'm adding the seasoning cubes to the sauce. By now, the smell in your kitchen should be so glorious. The aroma is out of this world. Trust me. and continue to stir and stir. Now, trust me when I tell you that parboiling this pepper sauce reduces a whole lot of frying time. This is what I mean. We are almost done at this point, guys. And now there you have your sauce. It is so, so delicious. Trust me. Now for the beans, I usually parboil my beans two times. The first time I parboiled it for 20 minutes. I drained the water and then I added hot water to the pot and added the beans to continue cooking. And then I cooked it further for about 30 to 35 minutes. And at this point, the beans is really soft. Now you can get any form of utensil or equipment to mash your beans. I'm using a mortar, a wooden mortar to mash my beans. Mash, mash, mash it till it's all mushy. This is what this recipe calls for. Agoyin is supposed to be mashed beans. So ensure that you get majority of the whole beans to be mashed. And that's it, guys. Pretty easy and simple. Thank you for watching.